Sports bounces its way to Switch with NBA Playgrounds, and we're here to give you a review. What's up, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I've got Gabe here, the resident NBA Playgrounds expert, to give you the lowdown on this new indie title. It's releasing today for the Switch, $19.99. It's also on other platforms, but we have primarily played on Switch to tell you if it's worth the pickup. So, Gabe, I'm going to let you get into it. Give us a little overview and then some of your thoughts.
NBA Playgrounds features 2-on-2 NBA action with classic and iconic players as well as contemporary players that are currently in the NBA. There's card pack openings, zero microtransactions. I want to say that right up front because I feel like people see gameplay and they see the cards opening and they're like, oh, microtransactions. Right. No, there are no microtransactions in the game. You cannot buy cards at all. You do have to earn them by playing, and there are many ways to do that. You can do tournaments, you can do exhibition, you can do local stuff. Everything gives you experience. Leveling up with said experience gives you card packs, as well as doing the tournaments and things like that. But the game is fun. The game is really, really fun. Very reminiscent of NBA Jam. I think that is the easiest thing to compare it to. Everybody that's ever written an article about this game kind of makes that comparison. I feel like it doesn't nail the charm that NBA Jam had. There's no boom shakalaka like quotables here or anything like that. The commentators are a little bit corny, but that's a personal opinion. Maybe you love them, who knows?
Sure.
So I don't like them as much. Again, NBA Jam does have the iconic boom shakalaka thing, and he's on fire, and countless phrases that were very, very cool. So this doesn't have that, but the gameplay, man, surprisingly fun. Surprisingly fun. And if somebody asked me, hey, is NBA Playgrounds good? I would maybe even say no, but it's surprisingly fun. To me, that's my answer.
Gotcha. So there's a couple modes here. You have exhibition. There are tournaments, 8 tournaments, each with 4 games in the tournament. You unlock new courts and obviously new card packs. It's interesting how they decided structure everything. So just to be clear, when you get this game, you only have a couple of players. It's not like you have the full roster and then you're unlocking legends or whatnot. There are legends in those packs, but so is every other player in every other team. So you may be looking at your first tournament with only having players from the Bulls, the Knicks, the Grizzlies.
Hey, do not badmouth the Knicks in this video.
All I'm saying is I was surprised that it's only whoever you open in those card packs, that's who you get to pick from. And then you go into the matches. They're 2-on-2. They have a little twist with the modifiers. They're called a lottery.
Yeah, the lottery picks. Yeah,
lottery picks, and those are things that give you unlimited stamina. They'll give you an instant automatic made shot, double points within the paint, things of that sort to kind of flip the game
I can actually elaborate a little
upside
bit
down.
On that. They also have double points from the 3-point line. They also have a star will appear, and if you shoot from there, you get a multiplier for the points you make. So there are a good variation of these lottery pick things that happen. They happen by filling up a blue bar, and to fill up that blue bar, regular stuff: steal the ball, get blocks, do dunks, shoot threes, and then you get them. Kind of like a game breaker if you remember that from.
Yeah, this is the one area where they bring in a little bit of NBA Street. It's not NBA Street; it's definitely NBA Jam. But that is sort of the one aspect. I feel like it's really fun to finally have a sports title on Switch, but there's some things about this port that make me sad because we've also played the PC version for comparison and looked at the PS4 version, and unfortunately the Switch version does not look all that great.
Especially in handheld mode.
I think it's one of the first games that notably looks significantly worse handheld.
It looks really bad handheld. It really does. When you're selecting your characters, it shows how tall they are and their weight. You can't even see that because it's so blurry in handheld mode. You can if you squint and get really, really close to it, but it is not a good look. It works okay though. The game runs fine. It's just not pretty. Especially since we did play the PC version. It looks really good on there. PlayStation.
Well, it's got those crisp models, and even though it's the exaggerated facial features and whatnot, it looks real shiny and I think decently pretty on PS4 and PC. So when I popped it on the Switch for the first time, I was like, oh god, what happened to these players?
But we do have a small disagreement though, because you use the word trash. I don't think. Yes, it looks like trash in handheld mode. I don't think it looks like trash in dock mode at all. I think it looks fine.
It looks a little better, but
No, it looks significantly better than handheld, but it doesn't look as good as like PS4 and PC. And obviously, there's. I do think it could be that it's just like a bad port, but I mean the Switch is like more underpowered. So,
but it's not that underpowered. Like, throw like 10 seconds of PC footage in here, and to me, it's just a sad difference. But okay, graphics aside, gameplay wise, I do think it's solid. There's some issues that feel like they just coding wise didn't get it quite right. Rebounding is really tough.
I figured it out.
I'm not quite sure what did you. Okay,
this is so counterintuitive. The best way to get rebounds is to not touch the controller.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like I mean, when you play basketball, like your instinct is to jump and get the board. Jumping is not like super precise all the time. Like you're not gonna jump where you want to jump. So just stand there, and the ball, like honestly, most of the time the ball just comes to me, like because like the other player
it's
like
just
jumped.
a weird way to go about it, and like the inbounds take just a second too long.
No, they take a couple seconds too long.
And I did notice that the load times on the Switch port are pretty long as well. Like it takes quite a while. I loaded up a tournament both in PC and Switch concurrently, and obviously the PC is gonna be faster, but it was like magnitudes.
I mean, you're not
faster.
sitting here for minutes waiting to load either, though. So like,
but
it's not
it's
like
much.
that bad.
It's much longer than like anything in Mario Kart or anything in even Zelda.
Sure. The other,
which is odd to me, is
yeah,
much bigger games.
I mean, and now that we're talking about the negatives, I mean, I do want to jump back into the positives because I like the game. The game's cool.
Yeah.
But the last thing, glaring omission, online is not here on launch for Switch. It is coming at a later date. They have promised the update, but it's not there for launch. So we haven't been able to play that. Online features incoming at some point. They claim it's days, so we'll take them
hopefully later this week.
Yeah, we'll take that as at face value, and we'll try the online for sure when that goes live. But from now, what I've played, I like the game. I like the game quite a bit. It's slightly addictive, at least to me. When I start a tournament, there has been nights where I start the tournament and I don't intend to finish it. I just want to do like one or two of the games, and I play the whole thing. And then I'm like, I just did one. I might as well just do one more. So it does have a slightly addictive
quality.
Quality or effect.
Is that because of the gameplay, or because you want to get more players, more card packs?
Yeah, I want more players. Honestly, whatever. You can make fun of me, but I wanted Porzingis and I wanted Melo. I got Porzingis just sheer luck.
So do you like the fact that they have locked the roster behind these card packs, or would you have preferred them just give it to you straight off the bat? Because it does add replayability this way.
Yeah, it adds a ton of replayability. And there's 5 players per team, or 6 on some teams. Like the Warriors have 6 players, the Bucks have 6 players. But most other teams have 5. Oklahoma, they have 4. So it depends on the team, I guess. It's weird. New Orleans has 3. And I'm getting into too much nitty-gritty here, I guess. But
I think it's definitely enjoyable. I think the online omission is odd. I think there's a little bit of slowdown in a couple of areas, and sadly to me, the visuals are my least favorite part, because it's hard on my eyes handle. I'd love to be able to play this game in bed. You said the addictive quality, and I kind of agree with you there. Maybe I don't like it as much, but it is fun. It's enjoyable. I like unlocking new players. As a big basketball fan, that is really cool. It's just it bothers me to look at it and see it looking like everyone's like mashed potato, man. Like they're all like not clear, not defined, and I don't know. Like I feel like in general, the Switch should be able to do better, especially considering the scope of this game. I mean, it's not Nintendo made or anything. It's made by Saber Interactive. They did the Master Chief Collection on Xbox One. They recently did Quake Champions. They're working on that. And some old titles like Time Shift, RIPD the game, Inversion, and now NBA Playgrounds. But I feel like this port should have been a prettier version of the game.
Sure. But again, I just want to make it clear, I don't think this is bad at all.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just disappointing as a port to me.
Yeah.
The game itself, NBA Playgrounds, I give NBA Playgrounds a higher review than I give the Switch port, which is just sad because we're talking specifically about the Switch port. I do want to ask you, it's a loaded question, but would you have rather them just released NBA Jam on Fire Edition?
That would have been cool. That would have been very, very cool. Another thing that NBA Jam had going for it that this game, fails at, in my opinion, is the music. The music is just not great here. But
yeah, I feel like they tried to do a slight riff on NBA Jam, and
it worked to an extent. I don't think this is. Again,
I just don't know why not just make NBA Jam.
I don't know.
Why not give it, more of the sprite-based look, have it look pretty on all platforms? Why not give it the speed and the style? Why not give it, There's a couple of weird twists here. Like if you get a perfect shot based on your release timing, you get an extra point.
You also get an extra point for making the first bucket of the game. So.
Which I guess could be considered like fun little things, for online, in the same way those lottery picks really just add a little bit of chaos to the matches. But it just has me wishing, like, can I just get the NBA Jam games that came out last gen and put them on Switch? Because those to me were like, they were just crisp and perfect, and I love playing them over and over again. This one, like, it pulls me out with the visuals. It pulls me out with some of the stutters in terms of takes an extra second to inbound and the rebounding's off, and there's just something weird about the block timing. But all in all, I think we enjoy it. I think it's your mileage may vary depending on how much you like basketball.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to say. I don't think you're going to enjoy this if you're not like an avid basketball fan. So
because there's so much investment in the players and the card packs, and kudos to them for not doing microtransactions. I think that would have
doomed the game. Nobody would want.
Yeah,
this.
We would have taken a far more negative approach to this video, but it is a pretty fun game. I don't think it's a must-buy. I think it's a nice addition to the Switch arsenal. I'm excited to see what NBA 2K18 can do later this summer. We just got the reveal of the Shaq covers as well, and I'm really hoping that they manage to make it look better.
Sorry, covers. Just quick little tangent. Those covers are not good looking.
I like Shaq with his big dunks.
Whatever.
I'm curious to see, like, if 2K18 looks way better than this on Switch. That's going to be weird. But anyhow, that's NBA Playgrounds, $20 available now. It is a fun diversion with some cool replayability, card pack unlockings, and a lot of basketball up on your Switch. Some negatives being the omission of online early on. Hopefully that works itself out. We've got not the greatest looking graphics and a few questionable design choices / issues, but all in all, I think it's good. I think that's the best way to sum that up.
Yeah, it's decent. I think it's decent, and because we like basketball so much, I think that's what makes it good for us. So,
yeah, for sure. I hope that we do get an NBA Jam on Virtual Console or something. Maybe the NBA Jam teams will get pissed off and see this and be like, man, we got to get back in the game. That would be super cool. Or NBA Street 4. That's what I would love to have.
That's what I really want, yeah.
That would be fantastic. I'm not even going to count Homecoming as the 4th. I just want a straight-up Volume 4.
One last thing I want to say, Zach.
Yeah.
For the people that watch my Let's Play, I did something dumb.
What did you do?
I picked Jimmy Butler, but I was thinking about Jeremy Lin just because I had seen him in the game just recently. I said Jeremy Butler. I corrected myself. I corrected myself during the video. I caught it right away. I said, no. I meant Jimmy Butler.
Good.
But I just wanted to give a shout out to the people in the comments. In the other video, they were nice about it, but still.
That's good. Speaking of comments, let us know what you think of NBA Playgrounds down there in that section. If you're planning on picking it up, what you think of it in comparison to NBA Jam, and if you think it's cool to play sports on Switch. I'm definitely looking forward to more sports sales on Switch. We're obviously getting 2K18 and hopefully a few more along the way. Arcade sports are cool. I wish this one was a little better, but for now it stands, like Gabe said, as a decent game that becomes good if you like the NBA. And let's cut that. All right. Sorry. So that's going to do it. Thanks so much. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's review. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and new releases like this. Hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know if they're worth picking up. And until next time, everybody, thanks again. Have a fantastic day. SwitchForce